Hello and welcome back to Factorio. We are in Exotic Industries. In between episodes, I was trying to fix the batteries problem, and I tried to do the minimum possible and ended up accidentally building this. So this is a better battery build. I've had to do all sorts of cursed things with inserters, but this all appears to work. So it's slightly limited by inserter speed, but beyond that I think we're all good. Actually, it might be limited by more than just inserter speed. I think this needs to drop there. Yeah, I think we have a... Let's just double check. Anyway, I can debug that off screen. So this produces 1.5 times as much batteries as our previous 2 battery builds. So I've slapped down 2 of these. Here's the other one. And yeah, off screen I will just double check that they are running at full speed. I've also put down some laser defences here because this outpost kept getting eaten. I have gone round with the artillery bombardment remote, and I've been killing nests but leaving worms. The idea is that if I leave the worms, then they occupy space and prevent expansion. However, looking at the debug for expansions, it looks like worms don't actually block expansion parties, which is interesting. I think they do in vanilla. Okay, so I'll have to rethink that plan. Next thing, I noticed that one of these builds had just stopped working, and I traced through, and it's because this rich uranium solution is full. I wasn't doing anything with it because I didn't know what to do with it. I've since found out that there is a recipe here where I take in rich uranium solution and I get out crushed uranium and dirty water. So we're going to do some of that. This should be a quick build. So that we're going to have pipe, inserter. Whoops, sorry. That's it. That there, and then we're going to well, I'm not quite sure, to be honest. It's going to be a double output, isn't it? So let's grab that as a measuring stick. We will put down a fluid provider here. I think that's what I'm after. And we'll just do this for now. This is probably going to last us for a very, very long time. Good. Okay, then we'll need to join these two. And join these two. Then I think we can probably do this with a... We have another one of these incorrectly linked power grid things. Alright, so let's try again. Alright, so that powers all that up. And then we need to bring in the death water here. So this is uranium stuff. Maybe that's in here. Not here. Is it in here? Yeah. I'm not really sure why some fluids are in one tab or in the other. Anyway, hopefully this solves our problem with these backing up. Now, fingers crossed, we are producing uranium fuel cells fast enough, I have put down a third nuclear power plant because my power browned out, and it browned out using all the power. So it wasn't a case of underproduction. So I bumped it net up to 600. I think actually just for the sake of feeling a bit happy, I'm going to put down another build there. Okay, so we'll let that be. Fingers crossed this will sort itself out. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. So we're then passing the crushed uranium back. Okay, so I'm starting to think that at some point I will make a dedicated factory which just does nuclear things and makes power. I'm thinking of building satellite factories, and in fact I made some blueprints. So here's a little mini one. So that would be a good size, I think, for a nuclear power plant module. So that would probably just pull in uranium, and then it would do all the enrichment. It would have some nuclear power plants and blah blah blah, all within that footprint. And then I made a bigger one. So this would go out here or somewhere. So that would be, I don't know, maybe one of those could be smelting. Maybe one of those would just be doing iron smelting, and another one would be doing just copper smelting. And then we'd feed the products back in here so that this was smelt free. And if there were any particular intermediates, maybe I'll have a petroleum town one, maybe I'll have an electronic component one. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out later. But for now, we'll carry on filling up our base. Okay, so just out of no, there's not very much in there, is there? All right, so let's fix the floor. Good. All right. So what was the next thing? So we should have rocket parts. They look really interesting. So again, I have no idea how much rocket parts I need, so I'm just going to make a build for now. And if sometime in the future we discover that rocket parts are a thing which we need in vast quantities, we can either stamp down several builds or we can make a better build. But this is rocket control units which we will bring in, low density structures we will bring in, copper beams we'll make on site, steel mechanical parts we'll make on site, insulated wire we'll make on site. So it's looking like quite a few intermediates. So let's start off with this. This is going to make rocket parts. Okay, and then we're going to need several extra processes. So we need insulated wire. We need copper beams. We need steel mechanical parts. Let's double check that is steel. Yes, it is. All right. Turn my super fast legs off. So it looks like, yeah, this requires 0.02 wire. This produces 1.7. So it's one of these for the whole module. Then yeah, this is 0.03. This is 0.17. So again, okay, so it's 1 to 5, and this is it 1 to 5 on all of them? No, it's not. It's all different ratios. Okay, that's going to be a pain. All right. Well, let's start trying to map it out then. So I think if I've done it correct, that's ratioed. Yeah. Now this. This doesn't quite feed 2. But it's over for 1. We can do a 1 to 1. Or we could do a 3 to 2. That's slightly under for a 3 to 2. So I think we're looking at a 1 to 1 for this. Okay, then let's cut that and put that over here because it's dealt with. Okay, then the wire, we're still way up on this, so we could have 2 of these builds. Alright, so if we put that down at the bottom, how are we doing? We are almost 1 girder machine up, but not quite. Okay, I'm just checking. So this could be a direct feed across. Like that. Then this can go on a belt, I'm guessing. Good. Then we could put one of the other components on the belt. I'm guessing this wire might be a good choice. Yep. Then, so that's this item, this item, this item. Then we need a split belt there. All right, so let's okay, that looks good. And then there. Alright, let's cut that. We will grab one of these as a marker. And can we put one of these down here? Okay, and then these inserters are wrong, obviously. Ah, what have I done here? I've done shorts instead of longs. Alright, so let's grab this. I think we can just take it across like that. Yeah, that's good. There. Then we may need to adjust some undergrounds somewhere. Okay. We can get a marker in there. So the icon is rocket parts, which are... No, advanced robot engine is not it. Rocket part. Alright, so the next job is to get it powered. And substations would be ideal. But we may have issues with where to actually put them. Okay. So, first things first, let's grab our trusty copper cable. This is going to be turned off there. This is going to be turned off here. I will rewire these things correctly, one module at a time. Good. And let's unwire this just in advance. Okay. So I think we'll do this with power poles. That's good. So now I just need to bring the products in. We can trim this belt back. Yeah. So let's bring in some products. Ah, we are missing something. Okay, we're missing the input for the copper and the input for steel. Good. So let's set this to copper, set this to steel. Good, and then this, I think we can move. It does actually need to be down there. Then let's kind of break our rules a little bit, and we'll just copy this over to here. Good. All right, what's next? So that's the copper and steel. This needs plastic and copper. Okay, so if this was plastic and this was copper plate, just check this. This needs to be copper coil, sorry. All right. So, I think we can delete this back and assume there's going to be an underground of some flavor. That lets us move a machine in here. So that's the coils. Then to make the coil work fast enough, I need 2 copper plate machines. Okay, let's move this just so that everything fits in nicely. Okay, so this can be copper plate. That means I need to get copper in. Okay, so that's going to come across like that somehow. Then we've got the rocket control units and low density structures which need to come in on this belt. Okay, if we go up one, I think that works. Okay. I can trim off one belt there and one belt there. Then, shall we just use... Oh no, we can use the yellow one, that's fine. Okay, I think that does work. Let's put in some trucks and see. Okay, that's 7 of those. 7 trucks. Come up here, double check everything is sort of sensible. Whoa, that's a shed load. I used a nice phrase for that, didn't I? Well done. Well done, me. Right, so up here we've got low density structures and those, so I should bring in rocket parts. It's always possible we'll need them in some manufacturing process. Good. What else can I do while I'm here? So we should be making the next tier of personal roboports. Let's put these in. In fact, I think I can upgrade my spider with those. So let's bring Spidey over here and upgrade its roboports. That should help things. It is coming, yes it is. Alright, so what's the next thing to check? Alright. We've got some not built things here. Okay. We also have a display plate not active. Copy that. Paste. Okay, so what's the thing which is not built? Okay, some one-way valves. So, I don't know why I never automated these. Non-return valve, overflow, and top up. Okay, so this should be enabled when non-return valve is less than 10, I guess. They're dirt cheap, so I don't see why I shouldn't buffer a few. The yellow ones, overflow valves. Good. And these. The top-ups, less than 10 again. Brilliant. Now I've got 5 upgrade warnings on the map. I think that's where I've double upgraded. So let's... Not sure why that went to deleted. Okay, so I want to upgrade these once. And that should be fine. Okay, and double check that these valves are being made. Because it's still saying I need 3 of them. Maybe I just never set the recipe. Well, anyway, that's all good. So, where do we build our rocket thing? Down here. Is this running? Don't think so. So let's go have a look. Okay. Let's work it through one thing at a time. So we've got parts. Ah, these. Yeah, and we've got copper. We don't have cable because we don't have the plastic. Okay. So I think if I resort to red undergrounds, we can do this. This is all kinds of inserter abuse. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, that is a lot of warnings. Yeah, it's one of my anti-expansion bases being eaten. Okay. So this has no copper. Okay. This whole build is so cramped. Is this working now? think it is. Right, what's this complaining about? No plastic. Yep. Rocket parts at 57 hours 53, that's a thing. We've got rocket parts. Awesome. I have no idea what rocket parts are for, so let's find out. Okay, rocket parts. Ah, they're an ingredient in satellites, and they are 2 recipes for it. Okay, it looks like there is a better recipe using odd plating later on. But for now, they're input to satellites. And satellite I can't unlock currently because it's unlocked by rocket silo. And the rocket silo should be quite soon actually. Advanced computer age tech. Okay, so let's have a look at our rocket silo. Okay, I am just going to click on the things to get us to rockets because I quite like the idea of launching a rocket one day. However, we've done stuff today. We have fixed our problem with the weird fluid, rich uranium, and we have made rocket parts. Let's check those are both on the map. No, they're not. This needs a map marker. It is not done until there's a map marker. Okay, so this is going to be another uranium marker. Apparently it's not on that tab. There it is. And I've just noticed a blemish in the flooring. There we go. So that's correct. That's correct. And this is one of our battery builds that I need to go and debug by hand. And this is a legacy battery build which we can yeet from the map. All gone. Well, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for watching. We've had another productive day. We almost are ready to start looking at rockets. So, until next time, please like, subscribe and tell your friends, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.